What's that? Gone? Going outside deeper into the world. What the fuck does that mean, Jan? That means that I play this character to evolve my mind, to have an open mind, to put my ideas, my idea realm, out into the physical realm. And that's why I play certain characters and I fuse them together. So here we go. I am not your preacher, I'm just myself. And I do this wizardry for myself to put it out there into the physical. So call me whatever you would like to call me. That says nothing about me, but only something about you. So, clear-headedness out of Falun Dafa Essentials for Further Advancement by Li Hongxi. It is time to make a few remarks on the current methods of work employed by assistance-centered coordinators in different regions. It is correct to implement the requirements of research society, but you should mind the way you do it. I often say that if all a person wants is the self-being of others, and if this is without the slightest personal motivation or personal understanding, what he says will move the listeners to tears. I have not only taught you Dafa, but I have also left you my demeanor. While working, your tone of voice, your kind-heartedness and your reasoning can change a person's heart, whereas commands never could. If others are not convinced deep down inside but only superficially comply, they will conduct themselves according to their own will when no one is around to see them. What does that mean? That means truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. And cultivating my own self. And this is what I am resonating with as an instrument. And an instructor, an instruct mind, right? Everything is, of course, spiritual. It's thought realm. If you have, your thoughts will manifest your surroundings. Your thoughts will manifest your reality. This is why I talk about the subconscious and the conscious mind. And that's why I said I do not look directly into the mirror. And if I do so, I tell you to create consciously and subconsciously through your pupil, which is black, the black hole. So, today we have different tools. We have a weight vest, we have a foam roller, and the fighter sticks that we're going to start with, right? This is Chaos Magician, but it's also, like I said, this is very intelligent, what I do, because I fuse my mind with all the tools, all the toys that I have together to implement then that into reality, whatever that might be, to teach and inspire all others in a school, right? And whatever might come up, you know, I have the structure, I have the settings, how to place the beings, and then it's only about mirroring. It's only about I do the movements, so you could you. So that's basically what learning is. So that's why I say learning is only a question of perception and perspective. If you want to learn something, or if you, that's totally on you. It's about the matrix grid, what I was just describing, because if I would be in a gym, if I would be on my terrace, if I would be in a school, if I would be in a classroom, if I would be in a dojo, it freaking doesn't matter, because I care about the other being. And the other being is, the movement patterns, right? They are always the same. Not always, obviously not always the same, but you get what I mean. So it's only a question of, hey, do it. It's a question of mind. But see, this is why we all get entangled into it. We get entangled in the spirit realm. We get entangled in the mind. So that's why I say, just do it. Yeah. Nike. Nike is an anagram for Kenya, which is about black yoga, which is about the pupil, the whole, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Trinity. Get down into the physical, into the matter. Does it matter? Yes, it matters. Because what are we here to do, you know? Experiencing ourselves. So we do. See, that's why in the past I was writing all the systems down, you know? I was like, okay, do this first, then do this, do this, do this, do this. It was all very scripted. Not in the videos, but in my training schedule, which was obviously a very good thing. But once you've learned the movement, once you've learned the technique, now it's a question of, okay, what would you like to hocus pocus focus onto? And that's what it will become. So everything is mind. See, and then this is basically, I would say, one of the last stages to whiz it together from all the puzzle pieces that you've attained, you've learned. Right? So now this is why I was reading out of the Tuan Falun essentials. Now I'm doing Paida, and now I'm doing Falun Gong, the exercise. But what life really is I would say it's the mind space and the positions of the avatar, which is the body. And then of course what you put into, but since you know about Shivan Vikalpa, you could basically, and that's what your body always does, you would distill everything into gold, into clearness. So, since life is an everlasting flow of consciousness, it's basically impossible to say, okay, now we're starting something and now it's ending. So this is why I would just say, build up routines and break them. So what I'm going to show you here is I'm teaching my mind to get into the routine that I was doing with kids at the dojo, and I'm now transmuting that into the workplace in the school to do that with the kids over there. And now I just help my mind and my nervous system, my muscular system to remind the movements. And as I will see whatever comes up, you know, because I cannot force anything onto anybody, but I can inspire. And this is what I will do. So we would start just by sitting down first and focus on our breath, which is the Soham meditation. So we would sit and we breathe in, close our eyes first, breathe out. Now when we breathe in, we would repeat the word so in our head as long as we breathe in. When we breathe out, we repeat the word ham. So I would say one time. We breathe in, so. Breathe out, ham. Breathe in, so. Ham. So then we would stand up, place our feet shoulder width apart, rub our hands together, thumbs and pointing fingers to our eyes, opening up very wide, looking up and down, left and right, circle leftwards, circle rightwards, look left and right, rub our hands together, extend, putting onto our eyes, breathe in, and going up. Following with our eyes the movements of our hands, going to on the top of our feet, hands forward and to the side. Diagonal. One arm up, one arm down. And going down. And from here, both hands to the front, one arm to the back. Following with our eyes, the hand. Now extend both arms. Hands to the shoulders. Hold left. Hold right. Spiral and let the hands go down. One arm front, one arm back. All right, from the sides and going up. And front, out, in, over, cross. Front, out, in, over, cross. Front, out, in, over cross, and feet together, hands together, look to your hands. Go down, go up, go down, up, and extend the arms behind your ears, look front, and press your knees and feet together, and go down and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and place your hands next to your feet. Only feet and hands are touching the ground. Pushing yourself up and going to the other side. Alright, good. So from here, with your elbows around your knees, and from the inside, and over cross, right on left, left on right. Okay. Right feet above your left knee, hands together, and going up and down, extending your knee completely. Extend your knee, breathe out, go down, go up, and the other side. Extend your knee, breathe out, going down to the floor. Alright, good. So from here, we would go with the hands on the inside of the leg, down, up. Only do not extend your knees, let them lock completely front, side, back, inside, front, outside, back. Good. And now on the right side, left side, right side, left side. Good. Okay, from here, now we widen the stance and go front, and would go with the left hand to the right knee, to the right foot, looking at the right hand, left foot. Always looking at the upper hand, letting the knees lock completely. Good, now hands together and go in circles. Left point to look at your hands, and right point. Alright. Now, four points: front, middle, feet, back. Front, middle, feet, back. Front, middle, feet, back. Alright. Place your hands forward and dive deep. Going back. And to the right foot. Going over your leg with a wave movement, and to your side. Switch up, going with a wave motion over your leg and to Good. All right. Now, deep squat position, and push your knees out. Okay. This is an advanced movement, the headstand. your shins. Extend your left arm. Look at your left arm. Look at your right arm. Push your knees out. Right thumb above your left fist. Go down. And up. Push back. And push up. Now go down onto your knees. Circle. Salvador. Round. And extend your knees. Good. Right side. Up, down. Left side. Up, down. And alright. So just a quick explanation on the Sohan meditation. Now the key here is to see it as an ocean, to see it as a wave consciousness. So the sinus cosinus curve of life. This is what basically everything is around you as a densified sound. Now to tap into this wave of consciousness, you just use your breath. So your in breath and your out breath, which is normally occurring, is a connection and a mirror to this general wave of consciousness. So as within, so without. And if you would connect yourself to this wave, you can manipulate your consciousness, subconsciously and consciously, to tap into the source, which is obviously you. And the key here is to get from the ocean wave to a flat line, to flatten the curve, right? Flatten the curve. It's like flat earth or what? That's not really the key here. The key is to tap into your source, to tap into yourself, and to self-realize. Now, if you would self-realize, you would become way more conscious about every action that you put your hands into this realm, where you put your hands into, what you would manipulate in reality. Okay? And so your actions will become way more conscious on each and every layer of yourself. Now, we would go into the back bends. So we would switch up this perception here a bit, like so. So we go to the wall, and now we will place our hands here. And now we would go in this direction here to just spin around, and now we would spin back. One time, spin around and go back. All right. Now, obviously on the other side, here, place your hands here and then spin and go back. One time, spin around and go back. The key is to always look at your hand. Right? Look at your hand. Spin around and go back. All right. Now, the back bends. We place our feet here. Now we would go from the up to the down, over the center of our body to the back. And now we go. Now look at your hands. Look left, right, up, down. Extend your neck. Extend your elbows. And climb up the floor. And going down. And one more time. Good. So this is what basically dynamic flow meditation movement is. Right? You don't necessarily need another persona, another being. You would just obviously use your mind and your body and the connection. But in order to activate that, you have to activate these movements in yourself. So then your mind starts to move. obviously, right? So here we go into the leg swinging exercises. So, like so. So, feet together, 1, 2, and hands up. Now, swing, right, left, right, left, right, and change. And left, right, left, right, and change. Good. Now, inside out. Going up, and right, left, right, left, right, and change. Left, right, left, right, and change. Good. Now, outside in. Up, and right, left, right, left, and right. And going back, left, right, left, right, and go back. All right, last movement, diagonal. So the right leg goes to the left side, the left leg goes to the right side. Hands up, and right, left, right, left, right, and back, left, right, left, right, and back. Good. So from here we could go into the animal postures of Kalaripayat, or we could go into the technique training of martial arts. Now we would go into technique training right here. So this is, like I said, it's still part of building up this routine and extracting it from the dojo and transferring that into the school. So that's basically what I'm doing. And like I said, only the mirrors changes, the mirror is changing, and the room setting, so set and setting. But basically nothing is really changing then. Yeah. Now I could ask you the following question. How could I ever say that another consciousness exists than my own? Right? And nobody could really explain that to me. So this is why I mean, it's only on me, right? This is what I do. So, we get into the fists. So, this is our normal stance, right? So we would place our feet like so, pointing forward, not like this, because we would point the way we would like to have the energy. So right here, from here, we would jab, jab, jab. Now punch, 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 punch. From here, hook, left, hook, 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 and the right, hook, hook, hook. Now uppercut left. And right. Now from here we would go to the legs. Now, front kick left. And front kick right. Now, roundhouse kick left. Roundhouse kick right. Now low kick left. Low kick right. Left knee. And right knee. All right, good. So, from here, left side kick. And right side kick. Okay, so good. That's basically it, right? So now we go into the, like I said, everything is mind, everything is movement, right? So if you would do it with a partner or you would do it on your own, it's basically unimportant, because you would just feel yourself another fashion. You would mirror yourself another way. Of course, it's about going out into the world and then experiencing it, but yeah, you would just, like I said, if you would do this, if you would train with closed eyes, right? So where can I put my glasses here? If I would train with closed eyes, you would get what I'm saying. That's it. Yeah, like so. So if you would train with like an eye mask, you would get what I'm saying. Like, all right, now you would have an opponent or a partner. Like, you think you have it? No, what you would do is you would feel yourself differently, because you might get like attacks from another one. You would feel your surface, which is your skin, differently. But basically what you still have is here, you have your techniques, right? And see, this is why I can train with closed eyes, because the movement is inside of me. I cultivated these movements. So it really doesn't matter if I would train with open eyes or if I would train with closed eyes, because that's also the connection from the conscious to the subconscious. Now, not many beings are even conscious. Now I'm talking about consciously the subconscious mind, right? But yeah, that's why I am so powerful, because I pull the shadows into existence, which means I pull the subconscious realm into the conscious. All right, so now we would get into the animal postures. So that's why I also say, you know, the positions which I learned from my teacher is important. So we would act like on a chess field. We would have one being, empty space. 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 So like so, everybody has their room, which is basically what we have in these times, right? But it's good to then learn and become more aware of your space, of your conscious surroundings. So from here we would get into the elephant posture, which is done like so. So feet together and outside, outside. from here, thumbs around and go. Down. Knees out. Hold. Left stump, right stump. Hold. Elbows together. And up. Sit. So this is why I said that already. And I'm doing these videos for the wizardry of myself, to pull that into a more densified reality. And this is what I'm doing here, right? I mean, I said that already. Learning is a quest of perception, and you could learn everything from your conscious and subconscious mirroring that you are presented with. So the question is, can you copy it? Right? I don't care if you copy my style, because it's very wise what I do. I know that. It's very intelligent. So this may be also because why not many views are on my videos, but I don't care about that. You know, the information is out there. Now the quest is, can you connect yourself to that, or do you have still layers upon your mind which are blocking you from doing so? Because you live in a delusion. So do I, right? I live in an illusion. But I can never say that another consciousness exists than my own, right? I'm pretty sure that all this here is a subconscious conscious representation of myself. That's it. So if I would work on myself, which I'm always doing every single day in every single way, I would uplift the whole freaking ship. So, now we get into the horse posture. Because I don't go anywhere, I never move. Oh no, what I was doing. Okay. Hands up, down, and shoot it from your chest to the front, like so. And go back. Good. That's it, basically. Now, obviously, if we would learn that, we would hold a certain position for a longer period of time. So from here, we would go to the chest, and now if we extend forward, we would go with one movement to the front. So from here, now from the chest to the front, into the hands, like so. Extend the back knee completely, and now focus onto your outer sole. Your outer sole, right? You get it? So from here, extend, make yourself even longer. Hold. Now go down, and from here up to the shield, and push yourself up. Push yourself up. Like so. On the other side. From here, shoot your hands forward with the motion of the feet. With the motion of the feet. One position. Look to your hands. Go down. And into the shield. And from here, up, back. That's it. So I would probably focus on one animal posture per day, especially working with the kids. I don't know how long the attention period, the focusing aspect of the kids is. I don't know, but I will do it either way. See, this is life is an experiment. It's a chaotic experiment. So working with a smaller group of kids, maybe up to 10 beings, to keep the circle in a focused way. And then we let the hocus pocus focus magic happen. So, all right. So, and yeah, in the end, well, we get into yeah, we go into the lion and to the white boar and the fish and the peacock also. So from here, up, clap your hands, go down to your ears with your pointing fingers behind your ears. Now step forward with the left foot and looking forward. And going back. So other side. Clap, follow with your hands. Follow your eyes with your hands. And step forward, going down. Go down and push back. Alright. Now if we would go into the wild boar, this was the lion. We would go into the lion and then we would transist with the back foot to the front and switch the position. Right? So we would do like so. From here, going up, lion. Now, back foot to the front and change the position. Now again, back foot to the front, stay low, change the position. If we would go back, still focus on here, going back with the forefoot behind this here, focusing still to the front, and now change. Now from here, one more time, going back and change. And like so. It's the white board. And in the end, we would do the peacock and the fish. So, from here, up, down, extend your right foot, kick forward, and if you come back here, you push back. Look to your left hand, extend your knee. Right hand, left, right shoulder, and go back. So from the side, with the other foot, up, down, extend, kick. And if the heel is coming back, right, you see it. If the heel is coming back, you change here. But here we go. Back, and we would do the that was the fish. Now we would do the peacock. So here, same principle to the side. Same principle to the side. Now back position, going into the cat, swing right, swing left, going down, up and into the cat. Place your hands on your knees, place your hands forward, now over cross. That's it. Now we could go also into a bit of groundwork. We could go into, this is what I want to do for myself today, into a bit of work with the weight vest, into yeah, also maybe some short stick work. So this is what I'm going to do here to yeah, keep it coming, you know, keep it flowing, keep it going. So I do it for myself. I do it for my own magic, for my own imagination, for my own wizardry. But the main goal is obviously to, put it into another realm, to just, you know, a good martial artist, a good healer, a good shaman, a good being, you know, is somebody who inspires him or herself itself through everything and always keeps an open mind. And then you obviously you shut down yourself if you want to focus on go in, you know, but then you also go out again to express and show, you know, not to show off, but to, it's all in you, it's all in me. I already understood that, so I combine everything which is working for me, and then I can see how I could transfer it into others. But there's basically no room between me and the others. We are one and the same thing from different outlooks, from different perceptions, because we are one gigantic being. So, yeah, it's only a question of how deep you can activate yourself to put that into the general human mind consciousness. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, somehow it is. All right, let's go. See, this is what the chaos working in is. I mean, you know, it's happening either way. But our eyes are so much fooling. We believe too much what the eyes are telling us. So, this is obviously, of course, what we would also do with the kids, you know. In the first place, we would do paida with our hands. Because if you would understand the consciousness, the avatar, it's self-healing, you know, it's a question of mind. This is not my final form. Yeah. So. Okay, so from here we would go and keep the alchemy also flowing, you know, stay hydrated, but they basically you should not drink too much, you should more breathe and more move, you know. I may take a sip of Shivambu here and there. So, alright, getting into some balance work. See, it's all basically the same thing if you get to a certain type of consciousness. So every movement is basically the same, and then it becomes more a quest of raising the collective, which I was already describing what I'm doing, because nobody can really explain to me if there is another consciousness than my own. And if I would lock down myself, or I mean, I know that it is basically only my own mind that I am experiencing, and only my own thought patterns reflected back to me that I repeatedly do to experience my own numbed thoughts. But hey, I'm doing my best to, you know, to get out of here. Like, do I really want to get, like, reborn? I don't know if I want to be there. But hey, you know, like, I could, like, argue around about this whole spiritual development and getting out of the matrix and breaking it, you know. But hey, I consciously want to build, and this is what I have right here, right now. You know, it's a quest of perception. If you would say, hey, you would have a space basically where people go to. They give you a certain amount of money to move and to teach. But like I said, the room, it can always be uploaded or downloaded or changed. But the movement patterns is what's really interesting. The mind space is what's really interesting. So you might not listen to, you might not look at my videos. You might just only listen and be inspired by that. If you would just exist, I don't know that. I really don't know, because I only experiencing my own wizardry, my own magician aspect. So some rolling. See, this is why I'm destructing and constructing at the same time, because it's all the chaos anyways, in which we change positions and change minds and change forms, how we would express and be. You know, you would finally arrive where you would understand that you were already there. And it is just the perception of looking out into your own consciousness, looking out into your soul, which you always do, you know. I always look into my own mirror, and I always get into different realms, doors, rooms. Good, so let's go. And you know why I'm using so many tools is basically I'm basically using so many tools because I was on the path where I was like, okay, everything is pretty much, it's just tools, it's just toys, which they are, but to use them more consciously and to appreciate that, to just be, that's why you would do this in Kaleri, you would do this, you would place it, and you would go there, like, how was that? You would go. Yeah, like so, it was. Yeah, now I get it. And that's basically why this is important, to just appreciate these things more, right? And then you start to see it, to see it only as tools, but to also appreciate these things, Yeah. All right. White tiger movement. So short stick work. That's it. So now we go into some weight rest work with the woods, with the stones, and yeah, with the weight plates to integrate knowledge and movement. So let's go. You know, keep the structure coming, keep the chaos coming, keep the organization coming. 'Cause, you know, just do it. Just do it. And then see what it becomes. But to get into new cycles, I have to face them. I have to put my energy into it. And then these things will occur. And to break through certain doors, you have to also stress yourself, you know, like not to stress yourself to the point of to complete mental breakdown, which I'm also pretty good at, maybe. To exhaust myself, you know, to the point of complete death. But this is where you will be reborn, right? This is where you raise like a phoenix out of the ashes. So let's go. We have these things here. Alright. Now we would just get into the weightlifting. See, the movement, like I said, the movement stays the same, only the position changes. So let's start with some deadlifts. Now, put that into squats maybe. Some front squats. And some overhead presses. See, and you know, I work out very different, and I think workouts will become very different in the future, because they will become more of the general consciousness flow, which means it's not that you go somewhere and you would do the thing, but there would be a part of integration, of conscious integration into the subconscious conscious everlasting flow of life. That means you would do certain things, and if you would master certain puzzle pieces, you would integrate them into the flow, which is life, which is not that it's, you know, if you're on a lower developed spiritual soul, then you would think time is dictating your mind. But basically, like I was always stressing, that time is spelled time backwards, the word emit. So I emit time from my navel. I shoot the rainbow out of my navel, which means there is basically no time. There's just flow of consciousness. And you can organize yourself with time to structure your realm. But basically, it would be to master all movements and tend to become basically consciously subconscious all the time, you know. You just wake. You're awake. You would only go to sleep if you consciously choose so. But basically, you never sleep. In your dreams, you're awake, right? See, this is why I say, go lightweight and master the movement. Don't do like it's about your movement capacity. It's about your technique. It's about what you consciously give from you. And if you would stress yourself to the point of, it's only good to break through certain doors, but not to measure yourself. Measurement is a pretty much a problem in consciousness, because you can never measure consciousness. So let's do some hip thrusts also. See, I would just go into the school, pick 10 kids, and we would just do it. You know, shut them up via meditation, and maybe get into like working with closed eyes. Maybe eye mask will be a good thing. This is one of the most essential and most powerful thing to your consciousness and to your movement. Because the movement, I can teach you the movement, but you just had to listen and shut your damn mouth, and you would learn something. Gosh. All right, some hip thrusts, baby. All right. So now we would go and do some working with the stones. See, in the gym you would go and do, you know, pick up these lightweight dumbbells, these heavy dumbbells, that barbell, this barbell. I mean, I like barbell training because it's very good for your technique, but then you would transfer it into raw nature, into raw self, which is basically only what you would pick up, like stones or something, you know? And some squats, baby. Always go bare feet. That's very good for your electromagnetic nervous system, subconscious surroundings, putting into practical imagination, into practical reality, spelling it out and creating through the language. Welcome. Another day on the terrace. Working on the terrace. So yeah, we have done pretty much every movement, right? Haven't we? So now we get into some groundwork again, and then I think we're pretty much done here. All right, so let's go. All right, let's do some crawling here. First push-ups. And some spine push-ups. Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's life, yo. That's what life is. Always keep it moving. Keep going. It's only yourself. Integrate your knowledge. Get into different positions. Get into structure, you know, like structure. I structure better structure myself. But hey, the quest is more like, where would I like to go? That's the most fundamental quest here. Where the fuck would I like to go? I know that I don't go anywhere. That's maybe the problem with it. So let's make it a bit shorter here. You know, this is how I produce my videos. One take, you know, one shot to kill it all. Yeah, you get it? So yeah, here you have all my tools, you know. Gym ball, calorie payette stick, foam roller, oh, voodoo flossing bands, we can do that maybe. And the chaos dressing thing. Pita steppers. Pre-workout amino acids. Nature. Seems like this is my consciousness, right? Maybe I'm too much on that consciousness thing, but I don't know. Some rubber bands, some eye mask, for your decoding your subconscious and conscious self. Some coffee, some weight vests, a weight vest, and to integrate my character, some glasses. Yeah. The things that the student would learn is based upon the knowledge of the master. What is a master? A master is a spine. It's a mast where you would sail your shipment, you ship your mind through the oceans of consciousness. And this is basically what this here is, right? I would, and I think, I'm pretty sure, because it was happening so many times to me. That's why I'm also so transparent with myself and with everyone, that everybody is needed, everybody is good the way they are, and everybody gets into the things that they are supposed to do. Right? You are supposed to do your exact things where you are in life, because you may not figure out yet why you're doing them, but sooner or later you will be like, hey, this is why I was doing it. This is why. This was only a preparation for the next step. And yeah, the next step is always on me, to overcome my fear and to be like, hey, you know what, I will put these movement routines into the dense physical swallowing, right? Into the dense physical realm and doing it with the kids. Small group, 10 children, pick them up, do it, see whatever might come up, and then we just, I have the orientation points, how to place kid, empty space, 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 kid, empty space. Now I would do the movements and they would just mirror. That's basically also what we are supposed to do with these black mirrors, to connect our consciousness, subconscious, consciously, with the things that we would like to have in our reality. And then this is how we would manipulate our thought, our spiritual realm, to put it into existence. And this is why I say, be aware of what you consume with your senses. That's why I'm such a big promoter of Shivambukalpa, and be like, hey, you know what, put urine into your senses. And then you would figure out via your sentences that you were creating yourself. So your spiritual realm, your thought patterns go a cultivator is naturally part of it. For a cultivator, all the frustrations he comes across among everyday people are trials, and all the compliments he receives are tests. Li Hongxi, January 14th, 1969. It's all a test, it's all are you willing, are you able to take the next step into the unknown? I'm willing to do that, I was preparing my mind a long time to do it. It's only a question of how stress tolerant are you. Because if it's stress or if it's energy, it's on you, I'm like a rock, and your sine wave of consciousness is clashing upon me. because I've been so deep in myself that I know I don't go anywhere. I don't move. I do not move. No, you get it? I do not. I'm a donut. That means I am the space. That's what I am. That's what my consciousness is. So why do you think if I would become aware of that and I'm aware of manipulating it to a way more truthful, compassionate, and tolerant degree, I would uplift the whole freaking experienced space because I'm the emitter, the instrument of the realm. You get what I'm saying? I'm damn serious with that. That's how it's functioning. So I could, and I was experiencing that in every layer and every fashion. It's about what I and how I resonate, and that's what I will manifest in my reality. I was doing it to such crazy extremes and levels, and to this why I also figure out, obviously we would like to live in a goodish environment, right? In a virtued, in a truthful space. But I only figured my powers out when I was going into the darkest space, and I was figuring out that I was putting it into reality. That is what I was and what I am. And this is how the butterfly learns to fly, it's a conscious transition phase. It's a conscious development all the freaking time, So if you master the movement, do it right here, right? It doesn't matter if you mastered the movement, you could do it all the time. It's just a question of perception. And you would figure out if you would close your eyes, you would not close them because that's also a contraction of the muscle system in here. But you would just go with the eye sheets, because you could open up then your eyes either way, but you would not be able to see. You would figure out that everything starts to flow way easier because your eye perception, your self-perception would not be as strong. And this is when your selfishness starts to drop. This is when your ego starts to drop, and you would connect yourself to the collective subconscious consciousness, the grid. All right. So let's do another movement, and then we're good here. See, it's truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. Yo, this is what this here is. Put it into reality. Contact me if you would like, I spell it out. I'm going to put my email address into the description, and then you could contact me. You could send me some money via PayPal. It's much appreciated. And thank you for being with me. I'm asking you kindly I will continue to produce these videos because I have such strong compassion for the whole thing, which is me, that's how I am. But I think what I do is it's coming straight from heart, and if you would see the amount of energy, the amount of imagination, the amount of headspace and body energy I put into, the amount of spirit I put into, like on all layers, it's much appreciated what you would, if you would, I mean, give me something for that. You know, I mean, I already get it. I'm aware of it. So, do whatever you would like to do. Whatever you might send me or not send me, it's appreciated. Yeah, thank you for being here with me. These humble words: truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. Be real, stay truthful. Keep on going. I put myself into physical reality. I'm going to teach the kids the movements. I'm going to see what's come out. Done. Thank you, I love you.